Shrewsbury. Torquay United striker David Graham, now a permanent fixture with the Gulls, will be in action at relegated Bristol Rovers. Exeter City, with ex-Argyle man Sean McCarthy now on board, have the toughest of starts. Promotion favourites Hull City visit St James Park. Somerset's cricketers faced
The finale at Barnet came weeks of uncertainty about who'd be managing the club this season. Colin Lee finally departed, and chairman Mike Bateson got the man he wanted in the first place. But has Roy McFarland had enough time to turn the club's fortunes around? Matt Pick watched their opener at Bristol Rovers.
Thompson's underneath that one. Picked on by Gall. Comes straight back again. Trout, Bryant tussling in the middle of the park. Ball comes forward from Healy though. Here's a chance for Torquay. Across the goal. And he's hit the post. Well, what a marvellous early chance that was for the visitors. Out of Scott Howie's reach. And in the end, it was Tony Beddoe who seemed as though he had to score, but somehow managed to hit the post from close range. But that really is an early let-off for Bristol Rovers. Both sides really not only trying to find their feet in these early stages, but trying to find their feet with the ball as well. A lot of stuff in the air as Track goes up once more. A bit more head tennis in the middle of the park. Mojay, uncompromising, gets in the middle, but it's Healy who comes away with it. Now to Williams, linking up well with Graham, and Williams is away again. It's another dangerous situation, pulls it back. Good save by Scott Howie. Well, Williams once again causing danger down the right-hand side. Pulled back, but in the end it was not really connected with, an easy save for Scott Howie. Now a chance for Ross Weir. He's done well, and the ball is going to fall. But it's a great stop on the line, and Kevin Gall is kicking himself. That was a great stop on the line there. And it just looked for a moment as though Rovers had created the opening. Ross Weir chasing the ball down well. He got the deflection after Dearden had come out. The ball fell kindly, it seemed, for Kevin Gall. He tried to place it, but in the end, it was a good clearance. Now Russell. It's a good ball to Williams as Foster misses his kick. Trout's covering him. Trout does well, but it's only as far as Tony Beddoe. Good block by Foster. Shot comes in again, but over the bar. Tully. Healy once more, back to Tully. Chalice is across. Concedes a throw-in. Chalice in the thick of it once again this afternoon. Tully crosses to the far post. Thompson's there, wins the header importantly for Bristol Rovers. So Wilson beats Brandon to it. Now Ellington. Can he turn? He can. It sets Weir away, and Weir's got Gall on the far side should he want him, but Weir might go all the way. Good save by Kevin Dearden. He stood up well and made himself look tall, and Weir, well, he had support to his right-hand side, elected to go alone. Russell looks for the quick ball upfield, and now it's the chance for Torquay to attack with Williams in the centre as Graham bears down. He's gone down under the challenge, looks towards the referee. No foul. Goes Trout, Hamilton looking to hover. Now the ball will fall down, a shot back off the post. It was Kevin Gall, and the ball fell so kindly to him. He hit it, well, it seemed perfectly, but it wasn't quite right. And for the second time, the woodwork on that goal this afternoon is hit. Ellington comes short, back to Thompson. He'll get the corner kick for that. Off McNeil. Thompson will stay up there and see if he can get his head onto this corner kick. Bryant. Lots of heads in. I think it was Agri that got the header away. Now Gall across the far post. Weir's up there. Agri once again, I think it was with a header. Thompson's there with a header. And it falls down. And it's there. And Bristol Rovers have scored their first goal in Division 3 this season. Well, time was running out, you felt. And they'd had their chances, but the corner came over. Thompson got the header in. And it's fallen to the feet of the unlikely source of Steve Foster to put Bristol Rovers ahead.
Well, despite the results, I hope you've enjoyed our new look show. There's another chance to see the goals again tonight. 3 at Plainmoor. Kerr serves up a first point for Exeter City. Argyle off the mark against the Division 3 big spenders. And Johnson's despair as Yeovil make a losing start. First at Plainmoor, where Martin Dean saw Torquay's 3-0 home defeat by York City.
Cross in and planted into the net by Lee Bullock. Towards Basham, who got the header in, and it nuked into the net. Well, it seemed to just drop over Steve Tully's head. He's given it away to Proctor. Inside for Nogan, that must be 3. It is.
Totally the opposite to last week. Last week we had a good performance, still lost the game, but an excellent performance, excellent team performance last week. This week it was individuals, and the individuals who played really didn't pull any trees.
City, after losing their opening Division 3 games, Roy McFarland was keen to see an improved display against 2nd Division Bournemouth. The match took place at Dorchester's Avenue Stadium because of ground redevelopment work at Dean Court. And our guide to the action, Jeff Welsh.
Roy McFarlane has rung the changes for this game. He's made 5 alterations to the side that started against York City on Saturday. The most notable addition is Stephen Woods. He comes in to make his Torquay debut. Well, we've got a famous face in the crowd this evening. None other than the former England, Watford and Bournemouth player, Luther Blissett. Brandon. Reese behind him, but still Brandon. Beautiful skills from Chris Bandon. And he wins a free kick for his efforts. Is Alex Russell going to try a shot? We'll soon find out. Not a bad effort from Russell. Well, great free kick that. Russell putting the ball round the wall, and Stewart had to dive low to keep hold of it. Here's Tully. Russell. Russell wins the day second time around, and Tully keeps it in. Roach. Roach, he's got away. Well, was he held back by Eddie Howe? And that could be a penalty. No, it couldn't, because it was just outside the box, unfortunately. I thought initially that he'd been brought down in the box. Must have been a few anxious moments on the Bournemouth bench there. It looked for just a second that he was brought down in the box, but it was just outside. Russell. His last effort was close. Plays it short. Chance for a shot from Reese. Not the best of shots, but Kevin Hill come charging in. The ball bobbled around. And the end result, it's a Bournemouth goal kick. Stewart. There's Brandon, well chested by Brandon. Is he going to try a shot? What about Graham? Well, they're queuing up. There's Roach. Here's Brandon with the overhead acrobatics. Well off target, I'm afraid. Reese to take. Well cut out in the end. Tully. Graham in front of him. Graham's got the ball. It's going to come back to Tully. Tully sends it across. Nobody's going to challenge Gareth Stewart. Well, Kevin Hill came running in. Stewart in the end collected, but he was under a little bit of pressure. Touches again. And Neil wins yet another header. Howe. Birmingham. And Graham comes out with the ball. He's got Steve Tully beside him. Graham with a shot, and it's gone in! What a superb goal! Well, a goal out of literally nothing. David Graham brought the ball away, tried a shot, and that is the end result. Looks as if there was a little bit of holding there. Carry on, says the referee. Woods with the header, and headed again. This could be dangerous for Torquay. Dearden manages to collect it. Well, the ball bobbled around. Fortunately, the final bobble was straight into the arms of Kevin Dearden. Stephen Purchase to take. Mayer behind him. Not a good first touch from Mayer, and here comes Graham. Nobody up there, he's going to have to go on his own. Brandon beside him. Brandon's got support on that far side from Tully. Tully gets the cross across, and there is David Graham. Brandon out to Tully. Tully with the cross. A weak header in the end by David Graham, but Torquay showing that they can be reasonably dangerous on the break. Well, there's two balls on the pitch at the moment. Torquay just don't know which one to use. Sean O'Driscoll, the Bournemouth manager, keen to get play back in action. Here's a chance for Russell. Well, the ball came to Alex Russell. He didn't even bother looking up. Good shot. Plenty of power in it, but just wide. Foywe. Neil behind him. Still Foywe. This could be dangerous. Comes out to Howe, and Howe blasts his shot high over the stand. Well, Foywe showed some great skill. Ball came out to Howe, but that was well and truly off target. Torquay defending en masse. The ball eventually cleared by Martin McNeil. Bournemouth, as you'd expect, throwing everybody forward. Feeney with the cross in, and that was a superb header. Well, the ball came across, and Troy Douglin saving the day for Torquay United. Comes Williams, and Williams has broke free. Howe's on the floor, chance for Brandon to finish things off. 2-0, Torquay are through to the second round. Well, Eddie Howe fell. Avian Williams took full advantage, pushed the ball back to Chris Brandon, and that's what you call a cool finish.
The scorer of the second goal for Torquay United, number 18, Chris Brandon.
Hayter. Nice couple of touches. Tries to get Feeney free. Tully goes over there. Not surprising that that was the only option left to him. And there goes the final whistle. Torquay United are through to the second round of the Worthington Cup for the first time in 4 years.
The one thing is, what's happened tonight has been excellent for us. We've picked ourselves up on the floor, because we were on the floor on Saturday. You know, to lose 3-0 at home and to perform like we played, the first home game of the season, like I said, the word is embarrassing. We were embarrassing. And with all due respect to York, I didn't think they had to work too hard to beat us. And that lets, you know, everybody know how poor we were. But we picked up tonight. We've come here in a cup tie. We knew that, you know, away from home, we had to pick our football up. We had to put a little bit more effort in than what we put in on Saturday. We've done that, and we've had our rewards tonight.
So a great result and a great night for Torquay United. After the break, full coverage of Exeter's tie against Walsall. Welcome back. Torquay United's Worthington Cup second round tie at Premiership Tottenham next month will bring the memories flooding back for a Plainmoor goal-scoring hero from the 60s. It's nostalgia time again as we meet the man who grabbed the headlines against Jimmy Greaves and co 36 years ago. 1965 and one of Torquay's most memorable matches. 3-1 down to the mighty Spurs, United make a dramatic comeback to set up an FA Cup replay at White Hart Lane. The scorer of those two late goals, number 9, Robin Stubbs.
Robin, congratulations. Well, what's it feel like right now?
Feels great just now.
Tell us about those last two goals, because everybody out there is wild. I'm still wild myself.
Oh, the first one, I just possessed the player on the edge of the area, shot towards the goals, and it was deflected in off one of the Tottenham players. I don't know where it would have gone in otherwise.
And what about the third one?
The third one, well, I went through, and as he went to play it away, I just went in and dug into him, and it went straight off my foot and spun in the net.
Now aged 60, Stubbs is quite simply a Torquay legend. He averaged more than a goal every 2 games during his 6 years at Plainmoor in the mid-60s.
I had a lot of pace. At school I was a sprint champion, Birmingham sprint champion, so I had a lot of pace. I had a very good right foot and a reasonable left foot. I mean, I could score goals from distance, and I used to score goals in and around. I was a great one for picking up those little bits around the goal mouth, things like that. I was very, very sharp on that, which I think sometimes people don't look at these days.
Robin Stubbs still lives in South Devon with wife Jo and children Christopher and Ben. He also had spells with Birmingham City and Bristol Rovers, but his Plainmoor years under Eric Webber and Franco Farrell provide most of the memories.
Well, Eric, I mean, he was a great guy, easygoing guy, very easygoing, suited me. And great, yeah, under him, you know, very well. Frank came, different character, organised, wanted things done the right way, you know, and yeah, probably I find it more difficult under him, but I appreciate, you know, the fact that we wanted to win games and we got promotion, playing in a slightly different style where we had more accent on defence. But as he said, I can see a team that can score so many goals is always going to be able to score so many goals. We've got to sort of stem the tide.
Stubbs is arguably Torquay United's greatest ever striker. Hardly a day goes by without reminders of the glory days and the great matches. He was a special guest spectator as his former clubs met a fortnight ago.
I don't like to make comparisons, really. I mean, it's I go up and I enjoy the game of Torquay. I like Torquay to play well, and I mean, I was impressed with them at Bristol, funnily enough, first game of the season, in the way they played, and could have well have got a result against Bristol, who are a pretty useful team. So I'm hoping by the time I go and watch the Plymouth match, we'll be ready to thrash Plymouth.
Robin admits he enjoyed the celebrity lifestyle that Torquay offered in the 60s. He was married for a while to future Generation Game hostess Anthea Redfern, but a big money move to a top First Division club never materialised.
I think a lot of people will say to me that perhaps if I'd have been that little bit more dedicated, or I probably could have stayed or played at a higher level for most of my career. I always played the game. I mean, there was another 4 or 5 days in the week if you wanted to have a good time.
Like most professional sportsmen, Robin Stubbs is at home on the golf course. The ball might be smaller, but it's hard to lose that winning habit. And a bit of that Stubbs magic wouldn't go amiss for the current Torquay side. They went into yesterday's game at Kidderminster without a point or even a goal from their opening 2 league outings. But confidence was high after that great midweek win over Bournemouth, and Graham Sellers was on hand to see whether they'd convert cup form into league success at Agborough.
Could be Tony Bird to take this one. It is Bird. It's an excellent effort and hit the crossbar. Didn't cross the line, and Torquay United get away with it. It was a fantastic strike by Bird, right out of the top draw, hit the crossbar, and Devon was beaten all ends up. Shilton couldn't get in on the act. Jason Rees plays it out to Steve Tully. Nice ball from Tully to David Graham. He's got a hand on it, the keeper. It's an excellent clearance as well from A.D. Smith. Fantastic one-handed stop, though, by the keeper. Couldn't hold it completely. Scott Stamps, how was it clear? And Blake helps it on its way, although they're backpedaling here, and Steve Tully's through on goal. Real chance for Torquay, and he's duffed his shot into the ground. Made a complete mess of it, Tully. Well, Blake finds Broughton. Nice turn by Drew Broughton. Long-range shot, and, well, Dearden rooted to the spot, and it must have been some distance wide. It's Stamps cross. Broughton was attempting to chest it off. It's Dean Bennett's shot, and once again he has Dearden scuttling across his goal line. Mistakes that can cost you games as well. But Dearden gets away with it, as do Torquay, and Alex Russell's picked out. Appian Williams, great chance. Fantastic save by Stuart Brock. Well, it's saves like that that can win you points. And Brock has been outstanding this afternoon, hasn't put a foot wrong. And that was another splendid save from Williams, who looked favourite to score. There will be 3 minutes of added time. The board's just gone up. Couldn't see it from over here. Good job there's a tannoy system that works. And this is Drew Broughton. Real chance here. The flag's being waved on this near side. And the referee has awarded a penalty. Drew Broughton was apparently being pulled back. It's not the referee that's awarded it, it's the linesman on this near side with the red and yellow trimmed flag. He was waving it about and then held it horizontally across his chest. That meant a penalty, and referee Peter Walton pointed to the spot. Stevie Wood's not happy with the linesman's decision at all. Up steps Bird then. Bird versus Dearden. Dearden went the right way, couldn't stop it. It's Kidderminster Harriers 1, Torquay United 0. And surely Tony Bird's goal has administered the last rites for the goals. Kidderminster 6, Torquay 8 on corners. Kidderminster 1, Torquay 0 on goals. Alex Russell with the set piece. 8th corner. Woods was there. They wanted a penalty, the players. Looked like a hand to me. Brandon strikes it over. And Torquay United will feel hard done by there. Looked like a hand to me. Was it ball to hand or hand to ball? It was so hard struck, the shot.
I know it's very hard to criticise and not be involved in criticising officials, but we haven't lost to Kidderminster today. We have lost, sadly, because of the officials. And if the word be their incompetence, sadly, they've made the wrong decisions today. In the space of maybe 2 minutes, major decisions in both 18-yard boxes have cost us 3 points today.
Well, that controversial defeat leaves Torquay propping up the Division 3 table. For the first time ever, the Devon clubs occupy the bottom 3 positions in the Football League. United at home to Carlisle tomorrow.
First goals, first win for Torquay, who got off to a flyer. Chris Brandon shot back off a post, and Kevin Hill well positioned to get the rebound. Carlisle manager Roddy Collins was honest enough to say his team were poor, a disaster in the first half, but Carlisle still managed to snatch an equaliser. Ian Stevens forcing the ball in from close range. Carlisle went helped by the fact they had defender Mark Winstanley sent off midway through the second half for a second yellow card. His second in 8 minutes. He couldn't have any real complaints, and his lack of discipline was reflected by his teammates when Torquay took a quick free kick. Graham's shot was turned aside by Luke Weaver, but the impressive Alex Russell was there to make sure. As Torquay manager Roy McFarlane reflected, it's a start.
I'm pleased with the progress. The one thing I did realise when I came here, how difficult the job was going to be. And probably today's match almost tells us how difficult the job is going to be, because we should have won the game more comfortably. And I don't think they take care of the ball. I don't think they realise maybe the importance of losing the ball and the importance maybe of losing football matches.
Exeter's poor start continued at Rochdale.
Torquay tackles Spurs in the Worthington Cup. But manager Roy McFarlane is insisting that the game at White Hart Lane is the furthest thing from his mind as the Gulls look to improve on a patchy start to the new league season. A good win over Carlisle on Monday gave them a lift going into yesterday's game at Cheltenham. In the commentary box at Wadden Road, Graham Sellers.
Cheltenham Town have an exemplary record against Devon League teams. Torquay, Plymouth and Exeter have each played at Wadden Road on 2 occasions since Cheltenham won promotion 2 seasons ago, and all 3 teams have returned back down the M5 with 0 points. It doesn't bode well, but could be 3rd time lucky for the Gulls this afternoon, who seek back-to-back league victories, something they've not achieved since February, but must stand a decent chance of achieving today against a Cheltenham side that hasn't won a game since the final day of last season. This is Kevin Hill. Maybe a chance for Brandon. Well, it opened up like the Red Sea in front of him. Back with the former Bradford Park Avenue man. This is Roach. Lee Howells with the challenge, but Torquay is still in command here. Alex Russell's cross. David Graham jumping for it. This is Tully. It's Alex Russell, and it's gone in. Well, the defenders just didn't pick up Russell then. Quality cross from Tully. Firm side foot from Russell. Picks out the bottom corner, and nothing Carl Muggleton, the former Celtic keeper, could do anything about. Milton. It's of the curling variety, and it's a dangerous header there against the crossbar. Dearden struggling all the way there. Well, it was David Woolsey, who's on a month's loan from Crystal Palace, with that defensive header. It put Kevin Dearden in all sorts of trouble. He's only 5'11", the keeper. He was struggling there and didn't get a glove in it when it hit the crossbar. Woolsey's clearance and Hill underneath it. Nicely done to Alex Russell, who's fouled, but the referee plays on. It's David Graham. What a fantastic goal by David Graham! That's world class! And the former Dunfermline Athletic striker puts Torquay United 2 goals to the good with a superb effort. Great build-up. Good advantage played from referee Clive Penton. Cheltenham Town 0, Torquay United 2. Well, Dearden wanted it, gives it straight to Grayson, and almost paid the price there. What was Kevin Dearden doing then? Yelling and bawling keeper, and then he comes up with something like that. Almost gifted Grayson a goal there. Milton is there with 11 on his back, as is Grayson. Naylor's just drifted over it. Will be Milton to crack it. Good goal by Milton. Right along the ground. Thumped it hard. Low into the bottom left-hand corner. Dearden can't have seen it to the last possible second when it was too late. His reach simply isn't long enough anyway. 2-1. Duff's throwing. This is Chris Banks, former Exeter man. Duff's cross. Yates is there. It was Devon that headed the ball, and well, it was a free header. He climbed well, completely unmarked in fact, and perhaps he was impeded by his own player Mark Yates. Flashes it well wide. Well, Milton picks out Devon, and this is victory. Milton did well, but ball came out to Rees, who's released David Graham. Rees wants it back. Brandon's in the centre. Comes through to Rees, who's surely fouled by Duff. Might come out anyway to Woosley, and that was a centre-half's effort at goal, wasn't it? Struck the ball really well, but it was more like a clearance out of defence, rising all the time against the Cheltenham and Gloucester stand. Grayson underneath this one. Danger here, this is Yates, he's missed a target. It's a tap-in for Devane, and that isn't going to count. Surely Devane was offside. He's been flagged so. And quite rightly, it doesn't count. Duff then, with this long throw-in for the Robins. Oh, the defender's missed it. Comes through to Naylor. Decent connection, but didn't trouble Dearden. That was mainly because there weren't any players between Naylor and Dearden, and he had a completely clear view of the shot coming in on goal. Banks, he's been anonymous. Duff. Naylor the target. Comes out to Howells. This is Yates. He's scored! Mark Yates has got an injury time equaliser for Cheltenham Town. Unbelievable! Roy McFarlane can't believe it. Despair in the final moments of the game. Cheltenham Town, once 2-0 down, like they were at Swansea City last week, have hauled themselves out of a ditch. 2-2.
What we didn't want was what did happen, and that was concede a goal before half-time, because we had a good opening, obviously, took the lead, and then scored an excellent goal by David Graham, fabulous goal, quality goal, and at 2-0, you know, it's a case of we're going to be solid now, and we'll probably build on that, hopefully, and score a few more goals, but, you know, obviously they've had a shot, the wall's broke, and they're back in the game, and, you know, that side of it was very disappointing, but we were under a lot of pressure second half, and they came at us, and they made us work hard, and they made us defend, and possibly on the second half performance they can be delighted in terms of getting the equaliser, even though it was an injury time.
Well, a look at how that result affects the third division table after the break. And welcome to the first Devon Derby edition of Soccer Sunday. The early battle for supremacy here in the southwest is on, and over the next half hour we'll find out who draws first blood. He may have cut his teeth at Derby County, but this is a first county derby for new Torquay boss Roy McFarland. Can the Gulls get him off to a flyer? Paul Sturrock's debut as Plymouth Argyle manager was at Plainmoor. 10 months on, it's a chance to check on the Pilgrims' progress. And the only way is up for Exeter, bottom of the league and battling for win number 1 at Swansea. And as Torquay prepare to face Tottenham, we turn the clock back 14 years to the day the Dude got the better of a World Cup winner. Well, we kick off today's action at Plainmoor. It's fair to say that the league season hasn't started too well for either Torquay or Plymouth. They've managed just one third division win apiece so far, and goals haven't exactly been in plentiful supply. But derby games notoriously fail to follow any kind of form guide, so there'd been the usual eager anticipation among the fans. An all-ticket affair, this one, and our man with the hottest seat in the house, match commentator Martin Dean.
Well, this is where it all began for Paul Sturrock. His first game in the hot seat was here at Plainmoor last season, and he's carried on Argyle's proud recent record in local derbies. They haven't lost a league game to either of their Devon rivals since they first dropped into the Football League basement. Well, Roy McFarland will no doubt be keen to change all that at his first attempt. He hasn't changed his lineup, though. He feels the side which drew at Cheltenham last Saturday although Effian Williams and new signing Mark Nichols are both named as substitutes. Neville Roach, little lay off for Brandon. David Graham outside him. And now Tully.